Good morning, friends. Jill here. Welcome.
Good morning.
To Whispering Willow Farm. We made it back home. We got home kind of late. Our flight got delayed, and then our luggage didn't make it on our plane. So we had to stay and go to the baggage claim. I don't really know what happened there, but
I don't either. I just know we got home past our bedtime.
we definitely got home past our bedtime. Kids had school this morning. Mama's on her second cup of coffee. But our luggage just arrived, so that was great. We really weren't like inconvenienced by that. Like we didn't have our stuff like
Just no toothbrush.
no toothbrush, but we managed. But I am happy to be back on our farm. It is so good visiting with friends, but you never realize how much of like a creature of habit you are until you're out of like your routines. And so I like to think that I am a go with the flow individual. I'm not. The truth is, I like getting up in the morning, I like making my coffee, I like having my routine, and so anytime we go somewhere, it is so fun, but usually like we're always ready to be home, and that's kind of how I was. My dad was actually here taking care of our farm, and I'm sure he was glad for us to be home. It was so funny too, he was waiting up for us last night. Which reminded me of like my childhood. Like I would go out with friends, and it didn't matter. Even if like I had a curfew and I met that curfew, my dad would not go to sleep until I got home. And last night when I walked in, he's waiting up for me in the living room. I had like flashbacks of my childhood, and it made me laugh. Like I'm almost 30 years old and my dad's still waiting up for me to come home. I thought it was so funny. Yeah, anyway, so we're about to do chores. It is a brisk, what, like 30 degrees outside?
Not real sure.
Let's see.
Sun's popping out, so.
Sun is popping out. I am curious to check on everything. Oh, it's 44 degrees. Okay, it was 30 when I went outside this morning. I need to check on everything in the tunnel. Nathan's got piggies to feed, chickens to feed. So we're just gonna take you guys around as we check on everything.
Yeah.
Got your coffee?
Make sure everything's alive.
Yeah, I think everything's alive. We would have known if it wasn't, right? I've also, my poor little houseplants missed me, and so that takes me about 2 hours to water all of the houseplants. So I started on some this morning. I'll try to finish the rest of them this afternoon.
Oh, you want me to get the door?
Mm-hmm. What? Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah, it's not that bad.
That's good.
Hey, Tito. Yeah, it actually does feel good. Will you turn the water on at the pump house so that I can water stuff in the tunnel? We've had all the water still shut off to our farm, and we're just turning it on as we need to water stuff, which is about once a week. We come and turn it on. I want to say it's been longer than that for the stuff in the tunnel, just because I kind of forgot. Hey, Tito! All right. I'm not really worried about anything in the raised bed garden, so we don't need to water anything in there. We've harvested most of everything. We have a few cabbages. We'll probably be eating those fresh the next couple weeks. I don't think we're gonna put any of that cabbage up. It's mainly just the stuff in the tunnel. I'm worried about watering the animals.
Look at Simba.
Hey, Simba! Let me set my coffee down. Let me forget I put it over here. Hey, Simba! Man, it's kind of been a minute since we've done chores together.
Yeah. Good on water. What y'all doing?
Hello! Oh, hello, Simba! Hello! Get your butt back in here. Oh, look at all the chickens just cozy in the chicken coop. Y'all, I am sad to report we still have not gotten rid of that pesky old rooster. But I told Nathan this week, it has got to go. Checking on the chickens, collecting eggs is one of my favorite chores. Hi, buddy. And I've not been able to do that. And I warned my dad that, well, hello, you little toad, did you miss me? Did you miss me? That's so funny. I told my dad, I warned him, and he didn't believe me, but I think he learned his lesson real quick. Not to mess with the old rooster. Do you see it?
What?
That rooster.
He's probably up there stretching.
I'm gonna let you check in the coop.
Disaster.
I know. I was thinking too. Oh, stand by. Get down. This would be a good chore to do this winter. Is scoop all this out and put in the compost.
Yeah.
While it's not 100 degrees. Hello, little lady. Are you laying?
No.
No? Well, she's trying. I'm gonna let you be. Oh, it stinks in there. Simba, you miss me so much. Yes, you did. I miss you too. Do you hear that noise?
They're firing the boats. Kent Robinson's doing some sort of drill.
Yeah, so we live near an Air Force base, and so you see a lot of like planes go by and stuff, but then occasionally they'll be doing all these different drills on base, and it sounds like bombs are going off. And one of those drills happens to be taking place today, and it'll get you, it'll startle you for a minute, and then you're like, they're just doing their little routine drills. It's not that big of a deal. Y'all ever have those moments where you like leave your farm and you come back and you're like, holy cow, we have so much crap to do. That's kind of how I feel right now. A little overwhelmed by all the projects. Well, it is certainly warm in the tunnel. Everything looks okay. Everything looks okay. I still need to come in here and water. I was actually talking to my friend Sean this morning, and do you guys ever have those moments where you're like, oh snap. And I realized we are approaching the end of January. My tunnel is so close to being done, but it's not done yet. And I was like, we gotta figure out a game plan. Like, when are we starting seeds? What does this look like? Those of you who don't know, my friend Sean, Mindful Farmer Arkansas, him and his wife co-farm with us here. And so we split a lot of the responsibility and the chores, and kind of, it's not like they have their thing and we have our thing. Kind of, we just agree and grow together, and we're selling to the same markets and splitting all that and stuff like that. And so this year we're starting all of our seeds together. It's stuff that we're putting in the tunnel, out in the raised bed garden. And so I was feeling a bit anxious. I had to like calm myself down and realize, Jill, it's gonna be okay. We're not technically late. I just told you guys this in a vlog. You are not late, do not worry. And here I am having this moment of like, oh snap, I need to be in a greenhouse starting seeds. And so he's coming over tonight to get a game plan. I actually haven't even gotten my seeds in that I've ordered to grow in here in the tunnel. And that's something I'll be doing vlogs on. What we are doing this year as far as what we're growing is totally different than I've done any year, like any of my years of gardening. So I'm excited to share that with you guys and just kind of talk through our process and what that looks like. But every time, like around this time of year, I start to freak out because I always feel like I'm behind, but I'm actually not behind. I'm okay. You can come in. It is pretty toasty in here. Just got rained on. Oh my gosh, the moisture that gets like caught in here is insane.
Crazy. Where's your thermostat?
It's right there.
70 degrees.
I know, it's 70 degrees. Wild. All of our kale, we have got to harvest this and put it in the freeze dryer. Look at this cabbage, holy smokes. Y'all, that's insane. Yeah, so.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to freeze dry.
We have a lot of stuff to freeze dry. We just had, oh no, that cabbage busted. You wanna go take it to the pigs? This is your sweet spot, you guys. It's all fun and dandy to have a big cabbage, and that's great. Mine are obviously pretty big. But there is that peak in that window where it's like, this is fine, and then this is obviously not. So this got too big and it busted, and that's what you have to watch out for. You want to get it obviously before it starts to split like that. So
Still good.
it is still good, unless we're going to eat it with dinner. You can feed it to the piggies. It's whatever you want to do.
We'll eat it with dinner.
We'll eat it with dinner. Okay.
The piggies get plenty.
I need to check on my red cabbage. It's getting pretty big too. Alright, I just went through and rolled the sidewalls up to get some airflow in here. 70 is a bit warmer than what I like to keep it, especially for our overwintered flowers, around like 50, 60 max. So usually I try to get out here earlier and get it raised before the sun comes out, but That didn't happen. That's okay. Wanted to show you guys the progress on the tunnel though. Our seed starting greenhouse, I guess. Here we have it. We got a door, which I don't think was there last time. We've got plastic. It's not completely secured on the back, and we have to like cut this out, and then we'll have to do the frame on this side. So our plan was to have tables like we had in this greenhouse at our old farm, but much like everything else right now, supplies are limited, and it's just really hard. So the material that Sean uses to build those tables, those folding down tables, which we weren't actually going to have them folding down, but essentially it's the same material. He can't find that anywhere, and so I think we're going to have to improvise for the time being. We've talked about doing center blocks with wood tops until we can find that material, and that's one of those things too, you guys. It doesn't have to be fancy as long as it's practical and gets the job done. And sometimes, oftentimes, I am the worst about that. Like, I want it to look a certain way, and right now with just like supply and demand, you just can't be picky. Like, I need tables in here, and if that looks like wood tops and center blocks, then it looks like wood tops and center blocks. And eventually, when that product comes back in stock, we'll go in and put tables in here. But right now, I'm seeing the progress. We're so close. We just have to finish the front wall and the end wall and secure the plastic. And that's it, baby. And I am so excited. I didn't quite realize how big it was gonna be until it like got up, and even it didn't seem that big until the plastic got on it. And then when the plastic got on it, I told Nathan, I was like, oh my gosh, this greenhouse is huge. I want to say this tunnel is like 14 by 20, maybe I just made that up, but it is a pretty good space. So we will be starting seeds in here year round, which seems super exciting. We left some space out here on the front. I'm gonna put a little like bistro table. Ooh, that's really bright, you guys, sorry. So I'm hoping to find a little bistro table, and I really want to like personalize this tunnel since it is just for seed starting. So this is the front door. It's the same front door that was on my other tunnel, and I'm hoping to maybe like get our logo stenciled on the front of it. I thought that might be kind of cool, and just add some little personal touches. Maybe name it. I feel like the seed starting greenhouse deserves a proper name, but we will see. Also lost Nathan. Let me grab my coffee and we'll go see what he's up to.
This is why.
What's wrong? Having issues with our water.
Where is...
Oh my gosh. That's not good. Y'all can see that. What in the world? Is that what's causing all of this water pooling?
Yeah.
And that's why all the water's not working anywhere else?
Yep.
Goodness gracious. So, you guys can see there's no, we haven't replaced the irrigation in these 3 beds. We did the overwintered beds down there. But there was no shut-off valve, and that's what happens when you're not able to shut it off. It'll bust like that, which is really unfortunate because now we don't have water on any of the other parts of our farm. So like the water in the tunnel wasn't working. We were trying to water the pigs. So, that's fun. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yes, it turned off. Y'all, always troubleshooting on a farm. Always troubleshooting. What's the plan, Stan? Well?
We're gonna go see if that helped. All the water was running here.
So essentially when we just replace irrigation, we just make sure we have a valve so that doesn't happen again?
We need a shut-off valve and a basically a way to drain that PVC.
So why did that happen too, even though we had all the water shut off to the well? Like we had the water.
There was still water in the line that ran here. There's a shut-off valve right there by the frost-proof hydrant that I didn't know existed. So
gotcha.
That was still on, so it had water in the line. But this shouldn't have been drawing. I don't know. We're gonna have to redo all this irrigation. So
All right, water working?
Yeah, it's catching up.
So big.
I knew we couldn't come back and nothing be wrong, so.
Yeah.
All seeing, like I come out here and look at these every day and I'm thinking, wow, they're grown, they're getting big.
Yeah.
And then I look at Jeremiah's.
Yeah. They're
Oh my
massive.
goodness.
They're like scary to get in the pen with them massive.
Yeah, like some of those mangalisas are
Yeah.
this tall.
Mhm.
And when they walk, it's just like
I know. And they're
Bola.
so aggressive.
Jiggle.
Like
very aggressive.
very, very aggressive. I'm really thankful for our little Kuni mixes because they're not really big. Like I don't feel uncomfortable coming in here and feeding. So I feel
Right, but when I look at theirs, all I think about is bacon.
bacon. Yo, look at that tunnel over there. Look at that. Really? Whoa, up close. All right, beautiful friends. We've got a bunch of chores to do. I've got some more videos to shoot and all my family's laundry.
The never-ending laundry.
The never-ending laundry. I can't even be mad at our kids because I'm the worst. I really am. I dirty up so many clothes.
Hey, and I'd like to ask a question.
To them or to me?
To them.
Oh, I'm like shaking.
You guys, we're in the mood. We're in the market for a new washer.
What's on your mind?
Well, we're in the market for a new washer and dryer.
We are. Gosh.
Ours is ancient, and I'm one of those guys that reads reviews.
Yeah.
And I've been on many different websites just looking, and I need a good one that's going to last me 15, 20 years. So.
But that is also affordable. The idea of spending thousands of dollars on a washing machine and dryer
maybe that's why
breaks my heart.
Ours never lasts, because we always buy used stuff. But
that is true.
Our dryer, it takes us 2-3 times drying, so that's why we get backed up on laundry. That's our excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But if you guys
give
have
us your washer and dryer reviews. This is what we use our YouTube platform for.
Hey, I mean, what better way to ask thousands of people? So
that's true. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye guys.